Hello everyone, time to talk about special heroes. I already took a peek. I know this is performance art 2. Boy is that original. So let's talk about this train wreck of a banner. Shall we? Oh my god. I have nothing against the banner itself. Before we start, I have nothing about the banner itself. I do feel like it's dumb we get a fourth Xander and a third Ryoma, especially so soon for a third Ryoma. Like, fucking give the spotlight to other characters who actually need it. But that's not the main issue I have with the banner. Let's see here. You'll see why.
I hope that you and I can spend this
Dagger unit infantry. Wow, never seen that one before. Oh boy, let's put close counter on a unit who probably will have no res and have like a massive truck of a death with 140 BST. Wow, ain't that a bitch. So, the entire kit is fantastic if it was literally any one but a fucking dancer, let alone a ranged dancer. So, he's going to have something around like 140 BST. His weapon is for dagger units, effective against cavalry foes, disable units and foes skill that changes attack priority. So, RD bearing with cavalry killer. After combat, if unit attack, blah blah blah, debuffing. Okay, great. Already bearing. That would be good on pretty much anything that is not a dagger, I'd say. Because the reason why I say this is dagger units just don't have the stat, let alone dancing dagger unit, 140 BST for fuck's sake, to be able to just fight true vantage. It just won't happen. So what it feels like is this unit might be a better Sizo. Oh wait, actually, it's gonna have less BST than Sizo. My fucking bad. Oh. Oh my god. Like, it's setting itself for disaster. And it's like, why? Why? Like, effective against cavalry foes, sure. Oh, it's not in the actual pool? You can't summon on it for anything that is not seasonal? Oh. Well, that's gonna be a problem, ain't it? That would be a cool dagger, sort of, for other characters. More aggressive units, I guess, to some extent. Not really, actually. I guess Smoke Dagger is just going to do way better. Except against the Horse meta. Remember the Horse meta, kids? Remember how that's still a thing? Oh, wait. Shit. It's dead. It's been dead for years. Maybe not years, but it's been dead for like 6 months. How out of touch can you be? Not to mention, most of the actual threatening horse units, outside of, like, I guess, World of Trachea, Reinhardt, are mostly mages, and Xander is not very well known to be resilient against mages, is he? Close counter feels pointless here. Like, seriously, if you're going to put close counter on anyone, it should not be on a fucking dancer. You're setting yourself to a disaster. 140 BST. Moving on.
I shall dance.
I shall look stupid.
If you have some time, would you...
Green daggers. Are you fucking serious? Are we really doing this? Motherfucker. Well, at least I'm more glad than what I saw the first time. Actually, let me see. What color is this shit? What color is your garbage dagger? Colorless, gotcha, so you're pointless.
If you have
And that's green. Okay, so I'm a bit better. I'm a bit happier now because I'll be honest. I skimmed through the banner obviously before this because I wanted to see if it was worth talking about to begin with. Green dagger unit. Okay, so everyone knows how much I bash the ever-loving shit out of fucking colored bows, right? Here, it's not so bad. Let me explain. Bow units are mostly aggressive. They're mostly about killing in one round, so having to deal with combat triangle becomes a problem rather than a blessing. On a dagger unit, however, taking a hit easier can do a massive difference. Being able to attack, say, Effie and debuffing everyone by 7 in every stats by Smoke Dagger, or is it 6? I think it's 6. My bad if I'm wrong. It's way better because you're just meant to debuff. You're not meant to kill with a dagger unit. Not with those fucking stat spread. Not with those fucking weapons. That much is fucking certain. So, alright, green dagger, not bad. It's still garbage, the fact that we have 2 dagger units on the banner so far, but whatever, right?
Would you join me for a dance?
Elincia, by the way, looks so much better here. I feel like, again, they kind of missed the point of Elincia. Tomoyo is not really good with expression when it comes down to character. He goes with basically, oh, I have a feeling this is kind of how the person is. Alright, this is how I'll draw it. And Elincia has been consistently very sorrowful in pretty much every game she's been in. She's always afraid of what's coming up next. She's always afraid of the challenge it brings. For example, at the end of Path of Radiance, where she, shockers, got back on the throne of Crimea, she was extremely unsure of herself and felt like she would be a terrible queen. Thoughts like this keeps assailing her, and it makes sense that she has a more sorrowful tone when it comes down to how the character is presented. Then you have Kipu drawing her, which Kipu tends to youngerized, for lack of a better word, the characters he draws. Not gonna lie, I love his art. It looks absolutely adorable. But you're failing in the grade that is faithfully portraying the character. Like, Ninian looks like she's maybe 14, whereas in FE7 you look at the sprite, she's clearly like 18 in human years, whatever. So, whatever, right? And Elincia was not spared from this. She looks like she's maybe 16 when she's meant to be like 20, 22 years old. But that's me just talking about her. Let's talk about this one in particular. She still retains her smile. I'm not against a character looking cute or looking happy, but it feels like it's kind of a bad portrayal of the character itself. Like I said, bad portrayal, good art. Whatever. Moving on. So, we're getting attack speed push again. What? I think the banner is still up right now with an attack speed push user. Do they really want to push this skill in? Because that's kind of how it feels to me, and that's kind of pointless. Drive Res is... Drive Res. Rock Slide Dance, we all know how I feel about dance skills. Especially here. There is no reason for you to just not run a fortified death seal with own speed. Something like that. It will work in both combat stage without actually being a detriment to you. And also you'd buff more stats overall, so... yeah. It's kind of dumb how those weapons, how those beast works. If you're going to try to make them relevant, it should buff everyone around the target of who you dance, not just one singular target. to begin with. Like, that's the bare minimum to make it somewhat useful. And I feel like the value should be like 4 attack, 4 speed, 5 def, 5 res. Anything less than that is kind of prone to just be worse than a Hona or Fortify. Yes, you save a slot sometimes, but since you don't have the buff to begin with, you might just have to waste a turn to get the buff, which is an actually terrible thing to do. So, yeah, I don't like dance skills. Glad to see this is a green dagger out. Oh, wait, I forgot to talk about the dagger itself. Arty Bearing, effective against dragons. Wrong color, buddy. We all know the strongest color for dragons is first green, red, and then blue. Blue is the worst color for dragons because they just didn't receive any new one yet. All we got was basically Naui and Korin. And Korin tends to be considered to be the worst of the two. Naui has lost a lot of usage recently. I see her sometimes in Arena, but it feels like no one builds her anymore, which is kind of weird, but kind of understandable at the same time. She's just not that great anymore. It's kind of an issue, really, but nothing you can really do about it. Myrrh is absolutely broken. Summer Younger, Young Tiki is also absolutely amazing, and both of them scores better. They have a preferential weapon. Their BST bin higher, so they can score a whole merge above Naui. Blue Dragons in general has lost a lot of usage. Grima is literally one of the best scoring unit of Arena, tied for first place, in fact. It's quite ridiculous. So, being a green dagger unit, this is kind of horrible. Again, 140 BST really is going to really hold her back, and daggers are just really bad for this. The best way you can make a ranged dancer is to make them a mage with some bit of speed, so they can at least run Barblade to make up for the terrible attack stat they're bound to get. And also not put everything into res, which feels like it might actually happen again. We'll have to see. But yes, green dagger, thank fuck for not 3 dagger, like colorless dagger.
Let's do our best.
Both of them are infantry though, which is... but why?
This outfit I'm wearing is called a yukata.
This shit's blue. Alright. Alright, so it's one of each color. Well, we dodged a bullet there. I thought it was 3 colorless dagger units. That would have been horrible. That's why I said it was a train wreck at the start. My bad. I didn't even bother to check the last unit yet. And what it had, I think I saw she was a red mage, and that's it. Like, I was seeing the 3 dagger unit, and I'm like, okay, I have something to say about this already. By the way, I was meant to be there instead of Camilla, but Camilla kind of slaughtered me in the background and took my place. Whatever, right? I don't know why. It's just... why? Just why? Still, 3 dagger units. Dagger units are considered the worst type of fucking unit in the game. Widely. Not just by me, by the way. In my opinion, I think colored bows are worse than colored daggers still, but... fucking hell. Just why? But still, like... why is he here? Oh, what is this train wreck of a set? Oh, dagger unit effective against armored foes. Ooh, counters vantage and desperation. Gotta be really wary about the desperation Tarja. This actually fucks you up. this actually fucks you up. I was like, okay, this could be a really good dagger for characters like Kagero, Soph, because 12 might with an effective against is absolutely insane, and could actually make them meta relevant. Until I realized one simple thing: you cannot run Desperation. The weapon is built in to kill Desperation advantage on your side. Also, those deadass over here putting the cancel affinity icon on Triangle Adept. Triangle Adept is meant to have straight lines. You fucking wanker. Anyway, Chill Death, we already got Wallheart like literally, what, 2 weeks ago tops? Actually, no, about a week. A week and maybe a week and a half. Which, by the way, I kept the HM off. Same thing for Lucina. But, like, why? And Spur Speed Res, I feel like should just be in the pool. Even though it's one of the worst Spur you could ever want to get. Speed in general on Spurs tend to be really horrible, because what you do with Spurs is you buff up a tank. You bait with the unit. So having extra speed doesn't tend to help all that much. Same reason why I consider Dauntless Stance fucking refined absolutely horrible for Nephine. But yeah, if that part was not there, that weapon would legit be absolutely amazing. You could actually kill a lot of armored units with it because of Desperation, but as it is, you will, first off, never be able to run Desperation. Second, since you're not able to run Desperation, you will most likely be able to take maybe one hit. But oh wait, I'm blue, I'm a dancer, I have 140 BST, therefore even red kills me. There's no way in hell they're going to be tanking shit. Outside of if they run TA, which... And even then, I feel like they would fail to get kill against blues. Yikes. Yikes. Because they just don't have the stat for it. Like, okay, how much HP does that dead-ass Ryoma have? 36. So, you have 104 BST left. Jesus Christ. Say you spread that evenly. You'll have 26 attack, speed, def, and res. This is horrible. Like, I know it's not gonna be even. I'm pretty sure Ryoma is going to get like maybe an extra 7 point into speed, which is going to be taken from his def. So he's gonna have like 19 def, 26 res with fucking dead ass 33 speed and 26 attack. Oh my god! Like, you hear what I'm saying right now, right? And considering this, he might actually have 139 base BST, because he's going to have most likely a super boon in HP. And usually when a dancer have a super boon somewhere, that means the base, by default, is a point lower. There are exceptions, but... yeah. This is... boy, I'm glad I don't like any of those characters by a whole lot. Let's just put it that way. So 4 dagger unit, 3 daggers unit. That's just...
Clothing from other lands is so often different from what I'm used to.
That feels like they took Micaiah's face, changed a smile, and slapped it on a different outfit. But yes, actually not a dagger unit. Wow. Down Suzu. Effective against armored and cavalry foes. Grant attack +3. Disable unit and foe skill that changes attack priority. Oh, wow. I'm so fucking thankful RD Bearing is such a wonderful skill. It has to be slapped on 4 weapons. 3 of them being daggers. Because daggers cannot use the Desperation or Vantage whatsoever. Are you fucking serious? This is worse than the fucking base dome base Micaiah has. Oh, and she's a dancer. 140 BST strikes again. Like, okay, 17 might is really good. But it disables Vantage. You could actually make a few fucking Vantage shenanigans with this. If it wasn't for the fucking weapon kicking your ass because you just wanted to do that. Oof. I'll be honest, since this is Performance Art 2, as sad as this is for me to say, wait for the PA banner to return. Three of them are ranged as well in PA, but at least one of them is melee. Still not great, mind you. Seriously, none of the first PA and second PA are all that great. Two of them were used as Raven counter, which was relevant at the time. Now it's dead and buried because it's not refinable whatsoever. And yeah, Resploy. That's true happiness right now. Resploy. That means she's going to have like 30 points into res. With how much HP? 33? That's already all for BST down the window. Fucking hell. So you're like sharing around 77 BST into 3 stats. Are you serious? She's going to have like no def or no speed or both. She's gonna run into the same problem base Micaiah had. And again, Fire Flood Dance, more like Fire Fluff Dance, because there's no point in running this. This is all fluff. Attack Respawn, fantastic. How many unit has that one? Let me actually check. I'm morbidly curious. Oh yeah, game press. Fuck off. 1, 2, 3. This is our 4th unit with attack res bond. Reminder, attack death bond has only 2 units, and one of them is a recent addition. I don't think we have a def res bond yet either. Def res would be fantastic for certain units, especially since bond skills are mostly for tanking. And no, def res bond does not exist. Good job, IS. This is... Well, I'll be honest here, this is a pretty skippable banner. Unless you need dancers. If you need dancers, this is probably the banner you'll be like shitting all over. Just keep in mind, they are going to be absolutely horrible as fighting units, and all they can really do is provide support. With that in mind, yeah, it's a massive pass. I had no expectation, because when we saw the teaser, the second I saw it, I was like, Ryoma and Xander, wow, what a great couple. And I was like, is that just going to be fates? That's going to be horrible. So I had no expectation. But even now, I feel let down. Because you have 4 units, none of them have over 140 BST. Now, I'm not saying you need BST to be a good unit. I'm not. But the only unit that's kind of salvageable as a unit here is Micaiah. But Micaiah is not going to have any point in speed, most likely, because we all know she's a huge I hit hard once speed stick. Now, that said, I guess I should point out something. While the cavalry part of Don Suzu or whatever is kind of shit, it is no denial that there's a plethora of green armored units in Arena. So she has the most utility overall. If she does end up with like a decent amount of attack, you can probably use her as a support and also as a counter to say Grima. Grima, Lecter, characters like these that you might be able to one-shot. That's the extent of her utility in battle. Wow. Just wow. Basically the same amount of utility Micaiah had. This is not horrible, and definitely makes her the best unit of the banner, but there's not much of a competition, is there? There's a green dagger unit, there's a blue dagger unit, and then there's a colorless dagger unit. Like, come on. That said, if you really want fodder, well, I'll say this. Xander is fantastic fodder. I kind of hope to get to crossing fingers. The reason why I say this is, for those who have been active, for lack of a better term, on my Twitch, I've recently started working on Elicia. She's currently +8, 5-star +8 obviously, and Close Def is a skill I'm actually thinking of giving her. If I don't get 2 Xander, I can just 5-star the 3 Takumi we've got, so there's that. But if I could get a spare one, then great. I'm saving 20k feathers, and I get close counter immediately. Not bad. But yeah, this banner is wow. This is a flop. That looks beautiful though. You know what makes me laugh about this banner though? So we got our 5th Lucina, and we saw how well that went with the 2-to-1 dislike to like ratio on the Japanese version, and the same amount of dislike and likes on the English version, where Awakening is beloved, in quotation. And what they did right after was to reveal 2 alt for Fates. Are you fucking kidding me? Have they learned anything? No, of course they haven't. That'd be smart. Fuck me. Loki. Okay. I think the best part about this banner is the fact that you don't have colors overlapping on each other. That's literally the only good thing I have to say about this banner. Oh god, that's disappointing. Man, I'm so thankful I'm not an Elincia / Micaiah fan, because oh, that's rough. That is rough. Like, I don't like Xander and Ryoma. Elincia I kind of like, but not all that much, and Micaiah is kind of meh to me. But for people who actually like the characters, this is a huge blow. Like, base Micaiah is a fantastic Zelgius counter, which came on the same banner. This Micaiah is going to be a fantastic green armored counter, and that's about the extent of the use they're going to get, outside of, obviously, dancing. Elincia is going to be a nice deep buffer. Wow, that's... Guess it's going to be nice to grind other units? Yeah, this is a thing. How about this is also the 5th banner in a row with 4 mana on it, or 4 characters rather. Can we go back to the 3-man banners where the rates are not absolute garbage to get what you want? Because yes, that does matter. It's like Micaiah is going to have a 2.5% rate top. And guess how much it would be if that was a 3-man banner? 3.3. So kind of a big difference. Oh well. Like, just make Ryoma a fucking Tempest trial unit. I know you're going to give us back a bunch of TT unit, but just fucking slap the two together. Whatever, right? Oh well. Yep. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was like, is it a full day earlier? Wait, what the fuck? What even are those dates? Why do they keep changing numbers? Why? Oh. Oh, never mind, I'm stupid. But, yeah. Overall, it's a massive miss. Just do not give a shit about this banner. If what you're looking for is choose your legend, just save your orbs. We must save my family. The orbs are needed. I don't know. Like, there's just not much of a reason right here to summon, if I'm being honest. I'm still gonna summon on it because that's 20k feathers if I get them all, and it gives me something to grind on this game. Yeah. I think that's about enough, though. I'm going to call it here, and I'll see you guys, obviously, later or in the comments.